Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thanks for being here. Today, I'm going to talk to you about referrals. We're going to talk about the importance of asking for referrals and how we ask for them, as well as what the heck do you say when you're calling a referral that isn't necessarily expecting your call. All that and more today on Final Expense Telesales. All right, we're going to get started. Asking for referrals is an extremely important part of your business, especially if you are not in a free lead program. If you are investing and buying in leads, getting referrals is a phenomenal way at lowering your cost per acquisition. The more referrals you can get, the less it costs you to buy leads, generate leads. You're getting free business. So asking for referrals is key. Now, on my team, we really only ask for referrals at the end of the sale as well as post-sale. So I'm just going to give you some ideas. Maybe you're currently doing it. Maybe you're not. Maybe, I know there's some people that ask referrals on every single call, whether it ends in a sale or not. We're not quite that aggressive. We probably could be a little bit more aggressive. So here's the first way we ask for referrals. At the end of the sale, I'm so glad, congratulations, we're on emotional high, we're so excited, right? We then say, do you know anyone else that could also benefit from this type of service that we talked about today? And try to get them that way. If they say no, then it's okay. We just go ahead and let them go after being on the phone for 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they can be tired and they really don't want to stay on the phone anymore. If you don't get it on that first call, there's plenty of opportunity to get it on your follow-up calls. Within 24 to 48 hours of one of our customers signing up for a policy, they will get a welcome call from my customer outreach team. That welcome call consists of welcoming them to the Lincoln Heritage family. We offer our assistance in helping them complete their final wishes guide, which they can do right over the phone with us. And we don't even ask for referrals on the very first call. All we're doing is welcoming them, giving them a warm and fuzzy, reinforcing the sale, and offering them something of value, which in this point is let's get your final wishes in writing so that we know exactly what to do and how to help your family when that time comes. The second outreach comes approximately 3 weeks after the policy's start date. Of course, we want to make sure that policy goes through. We do have a whole other team that intercepts if the first payment isn't made, and that's a totally different video. So 3 weeks post-sale, we're doing our second outreach attempt. We want to make sure that you received your policy in the mail. Have you had a chance to open it? If we didn't yet get the chance to fill out the final wishes guide on the first outreach attempt, we're going to attempt it now on the second attempt. Some people want to wait until they get the policy in the mail before they fill it out with us over the phone. So that's a really good second attempt and opportunity to fill out that final wishes guide for them so they don't have to fill it out themselves, stick it in the envelope, and mail it back. At that second attempt, we are now asking for referrals. We've provided them something of value twice. We've done a warm outreach, and not just because a payment didn't go through. Do you know anyone else who could find value from this exceptional service that you've just been provided? We then start asking for referrals then. We also will do a warm reach out 3 months after the start date, 6 months after the start date, and 12 months after the start date. At the 3 week, 3 month, and 6 month mark, we are checking in, we're asking for referrals, providing them something of value. The value changes at 3 month and 6 month, but I won't give that away quite yet. At the 12 month mark, we are going in with a policy review conversation, seeing if we can't encourage them to take a look at their policy, see if they want to make any changes, maybe talk to their agent again about adding additional coverage, and we'll give that back to the agent. The agent can try and ask for referrals at that time. With this method and approach, we are generating as a team, on average, about 25 referrals a day. So if you have enough volume and you have the right team, you have the right script, you have the right structure, you could certainly generate, close to 300 to 500 referrals a month. Now, I'm talking about an entire team. we're writing anywhere from 40 to 50 policies a day. So just take that volume and either increase it if you're doing more than us, or decrease it if you're doing less than us. If you're just a single broker and you're having a hard time keeping up with all the business, you really need to start putting a system in place like this. Maybe consider hiring a virtual assistant or someone that you trust that can help manage this business for you. Make sure that they're getting their warm and fuzzy outreaches and they're asking for referrals on your behalf. So you're not just buying leads, but you're also generating business from the business you've already sold. Plus you want to keep it on the books. Okay, now let's fast forward to, you've got these referrals. How do you handle them? And I think most people, introduce themselves, say what company that they're with. I just helped your mom get a policy and she thought you might want to get one too. I think that would be the normal thought process that somebody would use. And I happen to think there is a better way to engage someone, to have that conversation with you, not just going in with, your mom gave me your name to talk about life insurance. So I'm going to share with you a script that I created for my team that gives them maybe a different way to look at how to approach a referral. I'm going to share that with you too. And it may not be super relevant, so take with it what you can and try and generate a referral script of your own. All right. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to start it with, hi, Sally. Hi, this is just Dana calling from Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company. And I just had the privilege of getting your mom, Barbara, set up on a policy with us. So she put your name down as someone who might be one of the first to know when she passes. And I wanted to give you some information on what to expect from us when that time comes. Do you have just a minute or two to go over that with me? So what did I do there? I went in with the approach of not, do you want to hear about a life insurance policy for yourself? I gave some information to pique her interest about, hey, there might be a thing or two you might want to know or understand about this policy so that you're prepared and you know what to do when that time comes. And then I asked permission. Do you have a minute or two to go over that with me? Okay, sure. Absolutely. You're going to get a lot of people that will say yes. Okay, now this is specific to us and how we work, so change it as it's relevant to you. So with your mom's policy that comes in the mail, it'll also include a final wishes guide and several ID cards. Make sure you get an ID card, as this will have her policy number on it, along with a 24-hour toll-free number to call. You will get a live funeral concierge representative who will be able to pull up her final wishes and help you through the entire process. Can I just ask, Sally, have you ever had to plan or pay for a funeral before? Yes. She says yes. Okay, well, what was that experience like? Did that person have life insurance? How long did it take to get the money? Right? Probe for more. We are trying to identify some pain points and start creating a sense of urgency when we transition over to asking if a policy like this would be beneficial for Sally. They say no. Oh, wow. Well, I'm really glad we're talking then, because, most people haven't, validating that she's not the only one. And when that time comes, really, most people have no idea what to do or who to call. It can be very overwhelming. So with this policy, your mom got a free membership to the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society, who works exclusively with us and will help you and your family with two important things. The first thing is we can advance the money from your family. We can advance the money your family will need to pay for the funeral expenses before the death certificate is even received. I mean, many times it can take weeks to get this, leaving the family still having to come out of pocket while they wait for the insurance to pay. And at this point, I'm going to have my agents get some discussion about this topic. What would happen if it did take that long? Would you guys be able to come out of pocket and pay for it while you're waiting for the insurance to pay you? Or would you be really relying on this money to pay for it? Have a discussion about that. The other part we play is that we're an advocate for your family to make sure that you aren't overcharged or taken advantage of for the cost of your mom's funeral when she passes, right? Because most people don't know what they don't know. And they're going to call a funeral home, they're going to get a cost, and they're going to pay the cost. Like, who even thinks it's appropriate to price shop funeral homes when your mom passes away, right? Super weird. We're not shopping for a car, we're shopping for a funeral. And we don't know that the funeral industry overcharges, right? We don't know that they're trying to take advantage of grieving families when they're not in the right state of mind, and they're typically going to say yes to anything just so that they can be done with it. And you're going to have this conversation about here's what to expect and here's how we help, right? That's one of the things that I'm going to encourage my agents to do. Once they have that conversation, right, all you have to do is pull out that one ID card to us. We're going to be there to help take care of absolutely everything for you. So that way you can just grieve for your mom because that's what you want to do, right? So we're going to give her that sigh of relief. And then right before we go, do you have any questions? Do you like this program that your mom has? Do you think that it's going to be helpful for you when her time comes? And so that was really everything I wanted to go over today. So before I go, can I ask you, do you have anything in place like this for your family if something were to happen to you? Most people will then start to put a little wall up, right? Oh yeah, I have life insurance. Yes, of course. But as we talked about, without the Funeral Guardian Society, it might take weeks or months to pay. It doesn't hurt. Would you like me to look up how much it would cost for a burial policy for you? At that point, you want to ask if they plan to be cremated or buried. You're going to ask permission to ask the health questions, have a little bit of conversation. But if you've done a good job at explaining what this policy is going to do for her as one of the beneficiaries or as someone involved in the process, then they're already going to have that emotional engagement when you go to ask for a sale, because we're buying on emotion, we're not buying on logic. So just because someone already has a life insurance policy doesn't mean they can't benefit from a separate funeral plan. They're also a lot cheaper. If your referral is in their 20s, 30s, or 40s, get them on a 20 pay, right? You won't have to pay anything else for, after you turn 65, the policy is good for the rest of your life. And I personally have found a lot of success going into a referral conversation that way, because I'm offering something of value first. I'm helping them with what to expect. I'm building rapport. I'm building myself as the person of authority. And then we're going to segue into, everybody should really have something like this. Let's look to see what it would run for you. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that provides you some value when you go into asking for referrals, but even more importantly, when you go to call your referrals. Don't spend all the time generating them if you're just going to blow it when you call them and have commission breath and think that it's okay to skip through the whole process because you got a referral. My name is Dana Neeson. Thanks for being here. If you're just now finding this channel, I run a telesales team for Tailored Legacy. We sell final expense insurance over the phone, and hopefully I'm able to help you guys have stronger, more sophisticated sales conversations. If you're interested in joining my team, my contact information is below, and I will see you guys on the next video.